welcome back to Lick the Spoon with Beth and Jayme. Oh, sorry, I did not need to.
With Beth and Jayme. With Jayme and Beth.
With Jayme and Beth. Listen, I talked to you about this and you're like, Beth, you're going to go first.
It sounds better.
I don't necessarily think that with Jayme and Beth. It's just, I don't know. Anyway,
we're both here.
We're here. We're here talking.
What are you doing? Are you washing the dishes? Are you going for a walk?
I hope you're going for a walk.
It's so nice out right now. Well, I mean, the sun is shining.
Not
I don't know if it's
when you're
really
listening to this, but even so, just go take a walk. Walking in the rain can be very therapeutic because you can cry and hide your tears. Put on a moody song and just let the rain pour down.
Except for you're not putting on a moody song. You're putting on this podcast.
Yes. Oh, yes. Do not turn off this podcast. Okay.
No music allowed.
None. Only podcast all the time. Okay. So I have a story for you.
I want to hear it. What is this?
I was super annoyed. So I tried a new coffee place.
Oh.
And
do you drink coffee?
I don't drink coffee. So
what are you talking about?
Well, because my friend wanted to meet up and she's a big coffee drinker and wanted to try a new coffee place, which makes sense. And it's always a little bit like, what are they going to have that's non-coffee? So I got something that was the equivalent of like a pink drink. It was like coconut milk and strawberry. So it was pretty good. But I was hungry and my friend didn't, like when you're trying to hang out with a friend and you both have different, like one person's hungry, one person's not. So I wanted to eat, but she wanted coffee. So we did coffee. But thankfully they had different types of pastries that they offered from a local vendor. And I was like, oh, this is perfect. So I love a good croissant.
Okay. Well, how did you just
croissant.
say that?
So some people say croissant. I say croissant because I am practicing my French.
Pretending you have a French accent.
I am very Parisian. So there we go. So anyway, so I'm super excited, and we have a local bakery here called Ethos that makes like they have a really good. I don't love all of their stuff. Like they're good, but the thing that's great is they have a sourdough croissant.
Oh, really?
And it is flaky and buttery and airy and delicious.
I'm going to have to try that.
It's incredible. And they always sell out, seems early on that. And I'm obsessed. Every time I go there, I go get a croissant. So I'm pumped that they have this. And they don't
have this from this bakery?
No. But they have it from another local bakery. So I'm like, 2 bakeries in town making croissants?
Yes, please.
I'm all about that. So I order a plain butter croissant. And I get it. And do you want it warmed up? I'm like, okay. So they put it in like a little box and they give it to me. And then I'm waiting for my friend and they bring me a coffee. I got them my little pink drink. And so I'm sitting there waiting for my friend. I open the box and I'm like, it looks kind of like a croissant. Oh. Like it kind of has a flaky outside.
What is this?
I don't know. And so I pull off the end and it's solid bread. There's no flaky, there's no like bubbly. Jayme, yes, I was very upset. So it's like
That's not a croissant.
It was like a sweet roll. Croissant. It was literally just like a sweet roll bread that they had like a kind of crusty out exterior. And when I tell you I was disappointed, I am not one to not eat a pastry. Right? It might even not be that great at pastry. I'm going to eat it. I had 3 bites and I just said, absolutely not. I was so depressed.
That's sad.
Because all my mouth wanted was a croissant. and instead I just got sweet bread and it was a little dry. So I'm like, I'm going to have to go home, put some jelly on this and then maybe I can make it into something. But
that's a bummer. Did you get something else?
No, I was like, I'm not trusting y'all. You going to mark that a croissant and it's a roll? It tasted like a Hawaiian roll, like a dense Hawaiian roll. So very sweet and that is not a croissant.
No.
So yeah, depression, emotional damage. I was like forever changed.
Where'd you go?
I'm not going to say.
I know, but you got to tell me though.
I will tell you after the fact. So again, their coffee was good. Their service was okay. It was a cute place. You don't know if
their coffee was good because you didn't drink it.
I mean, their drink was good. It was okay. Okay, it was okay. I'm not going to say the name. I'll tell you off
air
because I'm not throwing any shade their way because it's a local business.
Yeah,
but it was a very, it was so upsetting to me that I almost did a Yelp review, which I would never do. I honestly would just rather just email them first than to actually do like a Yelp. I did that once. Oh my gosh. I love a good complaint letter. I love like not in a mean way, but just as in a way to like, help the business get better.
Like if I was the business owner, I'd want to know, right? Like in that kind of way.
Oh yeah. We have to
improve your business, right?
Oh yes. We have a local grocery store and like they make pizzas in house that are actually really good.
Wait, which grocery store is this?
Yolks.
They do?
Well, the recipes change a little bit over the years, but yeah, their take-home pizzas are pretty good.
Oh, okay.
And it's great, especially for youth ministry, because they were like $10 for giant pizzas or $15. So you just bake them. But anyway, I got a single slice. This was years ago, and there was a hair.
Oh.
And I was just like, I was not okay with that.
No.
The standard. And so I sent an email to the manager. And it wasn't that, let me talk to your manager. It wasn't that situation. I just want to let you know that this happens just so that you can have better quality control, because I love your pizza. And if I find another hair, I'll never be able to eat it again. And that can't be part of my life.
So did they get back to you?
They got back to me and they're like, oh, like, thank you for reaching out. Like, do you want a compensation? I'm like, no, I just wanted to let you know. Like, it wasn't to try and get anything for free.
Yeah.
So that's when I just want to distinguish myself as a complainer, that I complain to help, not to like for personal gain.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway.
Good.
So I probably will be writing them a letter just like, FYI, that's false advertising.
Yeah.
And I feel personally offended.
I think they should know.
First of all, they should have known just by tasting it or looking at it that was not a croissant, but...
Oh my gosh. This is reminding me of a story.
Yes.
My own story.
A croissant story.
No, it's not a croissant.
Okay.
This is a different story, but it's along the same lines. So this is a couple of years ago though, but we had gone out to lunch at this place. This is in Belize. We went out for lunch, Tony and I and my parents, and we all ordered fajitas.
Ooh.
Now fajitas, I love fajitas. I mean, they're one of my favorite things to order at like a Mexican food style restaurant. And that's the kind of place we were at, I think. I don't know what it was. It was a restaurant in Belize. But anyway, we all ordered fajitas. And let me just tell you, all of our fajitas came and they were absolutely disgusting. Like all of them were plain white chicken with zero seasoning, like nothing, like nothing, like not even salt and pepper, like nothing. It was very strange.
Like
it was like boiled. It was like
bodybuilder.
It was
chicken.
like boiled chicken.
Oh, jeez.
With just like, it was so weird. Like there was no seasoning whatsoever. It was bad. It was really, really bad. And we were all just like, what is the deal? Like, what is this? And so I let them know. I was like, hey, this doesn't taste like fajitas at all. Like, is there something missing here? Like
sauce?
Yeah. Something. Like it was just, and all of us, I mean, it wasn't just me.
Yeah.
It's like, it wasn't just like I was the only one that ordered fajitas and my dish was the only one.
That was their recipe. Yeah.
But let me just tell you that their response was immediately defensive.
Ooh.
So it did not turn out well because they were like, oh, well, we get compliments on our fajitas all the time. And I was like,
that's a lie.
What? Yeah. I was like, I'm very surprised by that. Yeah. Like, and I'm like, you can just buy a packet of fajita seasoning at the store and use that, like anything, and make it taste better than this. Like, and I wasn't trying to be rude, but but then I started to feel like I wanted to be a little rude because of how rude they were being back. They were like, oh no, it's just, basically they were like, it's not us, it's you. And I'm like, no, it's not. Like there's 4 adults sitting here all
with bland ass chicken.
Yes, and we're not making this up. I'm like, I was like, I sincerely thought you would want to know that this is not good.
And they're like, we do not want to know.
Nope, they did not want to know. They're like, nope, it's you. That's you, because everyone else loves this. And we're just like, what? Like, I could not believe that response. I was just like,
so
wow.
Weird.
Okay, so anyway.
No, but I feel like a lot of times it's just we're in this place where it's really hard to give or get criticism.
Yeah, they couldn't receive it at all. It was just like, nope, it was us. It was like we were the ones because everyone else loved their fajitas. And I'm like, you are in complete denial right now. And I don't know if it was just because like they didn't want to make it right. Like it was terrible customer service, absolutely terrible customer service and terrible food. So yeah,
I think it's really hard nowadays too. Cause my fear is to be at somewhere and say anything that gets misconstrued as a complaint or being, super entitled or rude or whatever and getting filmed and then get put on the TikTok. Right? You know what I mean? But sometimes you have to say something because that's the only way it gets better.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like if it had just been like, oh, these aren't great, like it would have been a different scenario. But that stands out in my mind just because my mom is a very my parents were not, they're not confrontational. They're not like, Tony is like very non-confrontational. Like none of them would have like gone out of their way, but we were all in the same boat.
It was to the point where we were all, something has to say.
I was like, you really need to know, like, this is not good. Like, this is really terrible. Like, you would you would think you would want to know, like, because we're not going to come back here.
No,
like,
and we're going to talk
about it. We're going to tell people, like, don't eat the fajitas at that place,
Yeah.
But yeah, they didn't want. I don't know. Feedback. I don't know what was going on that day, but they did not want the feedback.
Yeah, it's I mean, I can't help but say I love the drama videos online with like the people
right,
like
you just don't want to be one of them.
I don't want to be one of them, but I do like to partake in sometimes watching them.
Yeah.
Not the egregious ones, but just the ones that are just like, where's my, charge me extra for guac. And then they like throw they throw like a cash register at a Chipotle worker and you're like, that was extreme. So, but yeah, it's a trip. I don't like getting feedback. I had to tell my manager that. Like we were doing, you do like every year we have to do performance review type stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And my very first year working with her, I don't remember what the question was, but I basically I'm like, I don't like getting feedback. Because
like, please don't tell me what I'm doing wrong or what I can improve.
Yeah, because 99% of the time I already know what I did wrong or I know where I can improve and I'm working on it or it's just whatever. And I don't like getting feedback at all, which is so I don't like getting feedback. And so I was turning 40 and I think I sent this to you. So I was turning 40 and I got it in my head. I'm like, I need feedback on my life. And so I made a questionnaire.
You did send that to me.
Asking
I filled it
all
out.
my friends and family that I really trusted all these questions about me and what they thought about me and my life.
How did that go? I never actually followed up with you on that. What was that like?
It was like, first of all, I read it with my counselor. Like I had a scheduled meeting with her to go over the results with somebody there in case somebody said something that was so hurtful that I needed to like have immediate trauma therapy, which was smart. It was good to have somebody that was unbiased with me, which people were like, wow, she's a lot. I'm like, I know. It's wonderful. But yeah, it was good. Like, it was interesting to hear what people have to say about you, in that way.
Were you surprised by anything?
So one person said that I can be a little bit like, they said not heartless, but something to that effect. And I was just like, what? Yeah, I was kind of taken back, but I think I understood the context of what it is. It's just anyway. But yeah, overall it was interesting. It was interesting what people thought I should do next, what I should work on and stuff. It was a really good exercise. I think I encourage people to ask people around them what they think of them. I mean, I had very strategic questions.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just
and
like...
it's not like you gave it to every single person. You're like, I want all the opinions. No, it was specific people,
I pulled like 25 people that I trusted. So from my best friends to coworkers to like just people that have known me for years. It was really interesting. And some people wouldn't do the questionnaire, but they sent me like email of feedback and whatever. So it was just a really interesting touch point because it was right before I turned 40. So it was a good, and then it turned 2020. So a lot of the things that came out of that got, kibosh. I probably need to revisit, but it was a really good exercise. And, for someone that doesn't like feedback.
Right. Yeah. So,
but I still don't like feedback at work. My manager knows this. And it's so funny because in my write-ups each year, she has to put stuff to work on. And she's so careful about how she like phrases it. I'm just like, don't say anything negative because I will quit this job immediately.
Beth.
It's not quite that dramatic, but basically.
Nobody wants to hear criticism or like, constructive criticism. It's still... Yeah. I still take it though. I think the criticism that I hate most, and I think I've heard this before, and I can't remember exact phrasing of how they say, like, if they can't fix it in 30 seconds, don't do anything. Don't say anything. So it's like, if somebody has, something in their teeth, say something because they can fix it. But if like, their shoes don't match and we're not at home and there's no way for them to fix it, don't start making fun or maybe that's not the best example, but I know what you're saying.
Or just like, you look really fat in that outfit. And they're like, cool, we're at a party right now.
Right. Yeah. No.
Why would anyone
say that?
Because some people are horrible.
Yeah.
I'm not, so I don't, well, sometimes I am. But yeah, for the most part, like if you're not a horrible person, it's hard to imagine going up to your friends and treating them. But lots of girls and lots of people do those types of things.
Yeah.
So anyway, random thoughts.
It's kind of random.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's a bummer about the croissant.
Back to the croissant. I still want to, I think I'm going to have to go get one tomorrow. Like
from the good place.
Just to like scratch that itch. I almost bought some at Costco, but I'm like, you can't bring that many croissants into your house. The last time I did, I had to freeze them.
They're only $5.
I know.
And they're good croissants.
The same price as one croissant at the good place.
I know.
So, and they freeze really nicely. So it was like, I did that once, but I'm trying to.
I haven't tried freezing them.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we always eat them all before they need to be frozen because I have like a family of 5 people that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I could eat them all before.
That could last us like 1-2 days.
Yeah. You know, I always think, I'm doing such a good job. You know, I had these for a few days. I'm like, let's do the math. Okay, you bought them at 7 p.m. on Friday. It's now Sunday at 7 p.m. That's technically 2 days, and they're all gone. That's 12 croissants in 2 days, not 3. So, anyway.